Hello everyone and welcome back to the MDNOL Truck Series. It just sounds like I go when I say the name, but MDNOL Truck Series. We got Brandon Wilson on pole, Jack Quindo is outside, Ethan Womack in third, Foster Creek in fourth, and Chad Fincham in fifth. We're about to go green for the second race in the round of 8 for the Truck Series. Let's see where the standings are. Jack Seacrest advanced with a win. Jake Sensing plus 26. Dylan Thomas plus 19. Wilson Hunt plus 9. Brendan Reed minus 9. Colin Burns minus 21. Austin Flick minus 26. And Guillermo Rodriguez minus 30. We're coming to the green flag. Brandon Wilson leads them to the green and as they head into turn 1. Mentioned this last week. Some of those guys that are double digits below the cut line are probably going to have to win to advance. Well, if you want a place to have a oddball winner, I suppose, out of the norm winner, this would be it. Talladega. Obviously, though, you got to avoid the big one, the wrecks in general, to have any chance at winning here. It looks like Brandon Wilson's going to hang on and lead this first lap. They're already 4 wide in the mid-pack. Playoff driver Guillermo Rodriguez. He's got to be careful there. Chad Fincham has taken the lead down the back straightaway, and Bristol winner Jack Seacrest in hot pursuit as they head into turn 3. Sorry, as they head into turn 4. I'm so tired I can't even think about what I'm going to say properly. They say side by side in a turn 1. It looks like Jack Seacrest is going to get his nose ahead here. Pretty clean so far here at Talladega. We didn't see that in the ARCA race. We had 2 pretty big incidents. Well, one early on, and then a bigger incident later in the race. But so far, not seeing that same kind of energy here in the Truck Series. Really calm, just a lot of smart moves being made. And we mentioned Guillermo Rodriguez needs to win this race if he wants any chance at the Final Four. And, well, okay. He's going for the lead. That was my point. He's going for the lead right now. On the bottom there, taking it to the front. But now he's going to get stuck in the middle. Looks like Jonathan Powers is going to go to the bottom. Bristol winner up top. Need to win in the middle and just wants to win on the bottom. A 3x3 through this entire field right now. I'm not even sure who led that lap. It was the 48. No, excuse me, it was the 22. As the 22 is going to get clear of the field here on that bottom lane. Going to move up, block the outside run. I don't know if he's going to be able to get back down in time to get Dylan Thacker blocked off, though. Oh, he's good. He's good. Thacker didn't get that much of a run. So Powers is going to run that middle lane now. Now going to move down and pull the bottom lane along. As Dylan Thacker looked like he was going to move up for a second, but doesn't do so. As it's 2 wide behind the leader now, and then 3 wide further back. Dylan Thacker had a little bit of run, going to get to the inside of Jonathan Powers here. It's now 2 wide for the lead. As Jakin Sensing looks for the lead on the back straightaway, going to pull out, try to get to the inside of Dylan Thacker. 3 wide into turn 3. Jonathan Powers not able to block Dylan Thacker. It's going to put him on the top of the 3 wide, but Jakin Sensing is going to get clear of the field, followed by TJ Tillman. Now down to the bottom they both go. Sensing blocks Tillman as Tillman tried to take the run. Sensing will lead that lap. As they head into turn 1, same thing. Looks like Tillman goes to look a little low. Sensing blocks it off, same thing once again. Whoa! Contact Logan Cribb and someone else. Couldn't tell quite who it was. They're still trying to wreck. And they somehow don't. But they are still 4 wide into the corner. That was Timmy Hill. Man, Logan Cribb just got loose off the corner, and Timmy Hill was right there. They were still making... I don't know how they didn't wreck right there. They sure as hell tried to. Back up front, though, it's still Jakin Sensing getting a push from TJ Tillman. Tillman looked to look low. Couldn't quite do so, but here comes Chase Hansen going to dive to the bottom here. Tillman and Sensing both block that run low. Sensing will lead this lap yet again. Tillman with someone on his bumper. Can he make the run? He will make the run this time. Sensing's not going to try and block that one. Tillman will go to the bottom to take the lead here now. He's got it too. Well, now he's got to block off Chase Hansen. If he can even get down there in time. He can't. Chase Hansen's there. Hansen's got a good run through 3 and 4 as well. Hansen on the bottom, Tillman on top. They're going to be side by side as they come back through this trioval. We're going to see who can lead this lap. And I believe it's going to be Tillman. That it is. I keep doing that. I'm really sorry. I'm just so bad at camera work, apparently. Well, Tillman led that last lap, but this time Chase Hansen gets clear of them. He moves up to block the run of the high line, but here comes the 31. Oh, and here comes Alvin Tompkins as well. Going to stop pushing the 31 and dive low. Didn't get the run through the corner, though. And Spivey looking to take the lead away from Chase Hansen here. And through the trioval back to the start-finish line. Hansen's going to get that, but Jakin Sensing wants the lead back. He was able to get down in front of Alvin Tompkins, and he's going to do his best to take. I think he's clear of everybody already with a heck of a push from Alvin Tompkins. I don't know if moving to block the high line was the move, though. All right, maybe it was. Here comes Chase Hansen with a run. Not able to get clear of his other 3 wide counterparts. Sensing goes back to the lead once again. None of the must-winners are up towards the front of this field right now. The closest one I see, Colin Burns is right there. And so is Guillermo Rodriguez. They're both kind of close to the front. Oh, Austin Flick's right there as well on the bottom. The only one I don't see is Brendan Reed. He's up there about third truck from the back on the high line. As they're starting to get aggressive in the mid-pack about halfway through this race. They're 4 wide now. Colin Burns trying to maneuver any way he can to get to the front. Need to get that track position and stay there. He's door-to-door with his teammate Wilson Hunt. They're switching numbers for next season, too. Something to keep in mind there. Oh, trouble! There they go! That's half of some of the must winners in it. So is Jack Seacrest. He's already advanced, though. It's not going to hurt him. Oh, Brendan Reed's in it. Oh, no. Thought he had it missed, and one truck came down the banking. Guillermo Rodriguez was in it. Chase Hansen was in it. That's going to take out a good majority of our must-win people, too. So, yeah, there's Colin Burns involved. Were any of the must-win people? I think maybe. Yeah, Austin Flick was not involved. He was the only one. They stacked up high. Brendan Reed almost had it avoided. And then the 22 sliding down the track that we all saw came down and he hit hard. Hard enough to tear that truck up. So unfortunate. Brendan Reed would have had a good shot at this otherwise. 2 teammates there. Not happy. I mean, Brendan Reed's still in the race, but it's probably not going to matter. Especially, like I mentioned, with all of these non-playoff guys. Or all of these, all of our must-win drivers being involved. I don't know how many of our above the cut line drivers were not in. Let's take a look at that. That's a good question. So Jake Sensing was out front. He avoided it. I believe Wilson Hunt got through it. I know Jack Seacrest was in it. So the last one I'm not sure about is Dylan Thomas. He's kind of toward the rear of this pack right here. I believe he got through it though. Oh yeah, he's scooted right by on the bottom. Anyway, so a lot of our above the cut line folks are able to squeeze through this. So that's not good if you're someone battling them. I mean, Wilson Hunt also got pretty lucky there. A lot of people able to drive away from the scene, but a lot of people not as well. So best if we go back a lap. Let's go to the helicopter view. That'll be a good look at this. You can just see it develop. I mean, it's fortunate that so many trucks stayed high for as long as they did. And then, yeah, more obviously get involved here on the bottom. I mean, when you think about it, it's really 2 separate big ones. I mean, there was a 6-truck wreck there on the bottom, and then how many ever were involved in the first bit of the incident there. Let's go on board with Guillermo Rodriguez. One of the people who needed a win today. Man, one truck got up on its side a little bit. I think that was Colin Burns. We'll go on board with him as well. I mean, Guillermo was in it, but, I mean, he's got damage. I'm not going to say he doesn't have damage. He clearly has some pretty bad damage. But I don't know how bad it is. He definitely won't be keeping up with the draft. Wilson Hunt got so lucky, and yeah, like we mentioned, Colin Burns got up on airborne just a little bit. Yeah, Colin Burns weren't even able to drive away from the scene. Now, lastly, Wilson Hunt. I don't even know how Wilson was able to drive away from that one. He got lucky. Well, I don't know how bad the damage is going to be on Wilson Hunt, but I think he'll be okay. Well, it looks like Jesse Awuji. Oh, yeah, Jesse Awuji led the field back to the green, or back to the caution. Look at that, Austin Flick. We mentioned got through the incident. Take a look back at this. These are all people that got through it. Austin Flick manages to get up to second through all of that, and that's good for him. As they will come back to the green here. Jesse Awuji will lead over Austin Flick as they come through the trioval. Gonna be 10 laps to go here. Green flag is in the air. Can Austin Flick get that win that he needs? A good few trucks out of this race. At least 10 or so. Even more with damage. Yeah, Wilson might be stuck in the back of this pack with the damaged trucks. So it's going to take a little bit of work for him to get through to the front, if that is still something he's able to do. Austin Flick gets stuck on the high line after this restart here. Might be kind of difficult for him to get back to the front now. But he's still high, wide, and handsome out there on that outside line. But there's only 3 trucks out there. I just don't see it being possible with only 3 trucks to push back out to the lead here. As Spivey leads on the bottom. We'll keep an eye on the second pack. Keep an eye on Wilson Hunt, because if Wilson Hunt stays back there, which he's still keeping on tail with the main pack, so that's good for him. So say if he stays back there and Austin Flick has a decent finishing position, then Hunt still could be at risk here. Austin Flick is only, I mean, he's 26 points back, but I mean, if Flick was to finish where he is now versus Hunt where he is, it'd be quite the point swing. It would be close. And Austin Flick has done a good job at maintaining and staying up to the front of this pack. I thought he was going to get shuffled back, but he's going to drop right to the bottom and battle back to second. Excuse me. Now we're just going to have to see what... Excuse me again. What Wilson Hunt can do trying to get back through this pack as Austin Flick. It may not matter if Austin Flick does what he's doing right now and takes the lead and is able to hang on here at Talladega. Wouldn't that be something? He goes on to win the race. But it looks like Jackson Kohler is going to make that difficult. Dives to the inside here. Goes for the lead and takes it for a second. Does Jackson Kohler. But here comes Harvey Hunt. Harvey Hunt made the playoffs but was eliminated in the first round. Henry McGee on the bottom now trying to take the lead. Aston Martin, who's never won a truck race. I don't believe Henry McGee has either, to be fair. Neither is Jackson Kohler. But Aston Martin has had a struggle in his time in truck. Well, maybe not as much of a struggle as I thought, but hasn't been as good as what he'd like. Neither is Jackson Kohler, but Kohler's had more of a struggle than Aston Martin has. Jack Quinn, another guy up here who's winless, I believe at least. Indeed. So a lot of people have not won up toward the front here right now. Will Sensing now leads here. Another driver who actually does have a win. I thought they were winless, but Will Sensing is not winless. Matthew Campbell Young, who's had a horrible season in the Truck Series, going for the lead now. Winless. He is winless. Logan Cribb in the Ford truck. Also not had a very good season in trucks. He is winless. Looking, he almost wrecked out earlier in this race. Here comes Jake Sensing on the bottom as well, though. Looking to get back to the front here. Wilson Hunt has not been able to really make any ground through this pack, but Austin Flick is dropping in the middle line right now. Not able to maneuver anywhere and get back to the front. Let's have only a handful of laps to go. Wilson Hunt just trying to stay on the tail end of this pack. Doesn't look like he's making many moves. As we're going to have 3 laps to go here at the line. Jake Sensing looks back to the bottom. He wants to win. Might see some people getting aggressive here, start making it 4 wide here pretty soon. Sensing goes for a block on Matthew Campbell Young. Chad Fincham there on the bottom. Sensing's going to block Fincham. He gets down there just in time. Blocks it once again. 2 to go at the stripe. Saw Campbell Young getting a run, but the problem is Fincham didn't lose his run. So Chad Fincham goes to the front here at Talladega. Coming back to the white flag. They're side by side for the lead. I thought Fincham was going to get to the front, but it's still Sensing out ahead by a nose. But Fincham surges on the bottom. Fincham is clear off of the bottom, I believe. Will he move up? He does not. He stays with Logan Cribb on the bottom as Sensing pulls back to the outside. Through the tri-oval, coming to the white flag. Who's going to lead this lap? Fincham by a little. I think through 1 and 2 will be the telltale sign if Sensing can do it, but it doesn't look like there's much help on that outside line as Fincham clears up. Fincham clears to the top. Can Logan Cribb get the run? He's there. Logan Cribb is there. Going for his first Truck Series win and only second top 5 in his Truck Series career, I believe. Third top 5. Through the tri-oval they come. Final time. It's going to be a dead heat to the line. And it'll be Chad Fincham getting the win at Talladega. By a very small 2/100ths of a second. Let's get a look at that finish. That's the margin right there. About a nose. Another good look at it right there. That's the finish right there. Fincham by just a nose over Logan Cribb. Wow. What a finish here at Talladega. Let's go look at those point standings. Let's actually look at where Austin Flick finished compared to Wilson Hunt. Austin Flick finished 14th. Wilson Hunt finished 25th. But let's see what the point standings say. Jack Seacrest advances. Still advanced with his win. Jake Sensing is plus 54 after finishing third. He is all but locked in to this final round. Dylan Thomas plus 34. Had a pretty solid run here at Talladega. Not a top 10, but enough to put him plus 34. To be fair, he just didn't wreck. Wilson Hunt is plus 15. Austin Flick minus 15. Brendan Reed minus 20. Colin Burns minus 32. And Guillermo Rodriguez minus 40. I'm going to say most of these people, other than maybe Austin Flick, are going to have to go win at Charlotte, but it's going to take a lot from Austin Flick to eliminate Wilson Hunt, and that's really the only one he could beat. So we're going to go to Charlotte and see. We'll see if any of the guys below the cut line can win, but it's not looking too good for them points-wise. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.